Well, hello again everybody. Experiment time is over and now I'm going to get on with building the scenery here. And the first thing I've done is find a location and a direction for the funicular, and what I've done actually is on the advice of a gentleman who actually comes from Belgium but lives in France, and he's one of my subscribers named Philippe, and he has a most magnificent model railway layout, but unfortunately he doesn't have any videos on his channel, and I've seen it because he gave me a link some time ago. I'll ask him for it again and I'll put the link in. It's well worth watching. But he was saying that he thought the funicular was too high for this layout, and it's quite true. And he suggested that I lower the angle, which I didn't really want to do because I now have the cable cars will be at the wrong angle, and I'll have to redo the bottom of those. So it's just made more work, but it is better. So I've made the two sides ready and they've got to go on there. This little station here I scratch built purposely for the other one, and it has to be higher because when the cable cars come in, they are higher, so there have to be some steps or little rat track going down from here. And then the other thing that I've done on the top here, I've put this lump of wood in here because I'm hoping to get the cable car going across over that way somewhere, and the cable car top station needs something solid, so that's in there in anticipation, and I hope I can work that in somehow. And before I go too far with anything else, I'm going to make a template for this curved platform, and do it the normal way. Pencil, middle of the longest vehicle that I'm going to have going around there. And there I've got my two templates. So this platform is very narrow but can't be helped, and this one I can make a little bit wider. So it should be okay. I've now got the carcass, or the skeleton I should say, of a lot of the Blue Hill ready. That bit of the back there where the station is going to be for the top of the funicular and the cable car, I've got to decide what to do with that there. But I think I'm going to have to use mache over the top of that. I've done a bit more work on the skeleton of the hill, Blue Hill, and here you can see the problem I've got with the cable cars. I'm going to have to change the angle because otherwise I'll tip everybody out the back. But I changed the angle of that a little bit, and the top station will go there, but it's not fixed at the moment. I've made that little portal there for the train coming out of the tunnel that side. A little portal there for the this side of the tunnel. I've used hot glue for making the skeleton, and because of the size of it I'm going to mache the whole area first before I put the plaster Paris on. I've now got all the mache on that I need to provide a good base for the plaster of Paris bandage, and I've used brown paper because we don't use newspapers in this house. But yes, that's coming on, and that's where the top station will be. 1 or 2 modifications are needed, and there's a little cable car going up, and you can see how wrong the angle is at the moment. So as I've said before, they're going to need some work on that. Alright, the patio mache has now dried, so time to get on with the plaster of Paris bandage. The first layer nicely set. I'll get a second layer on now. I'm going to do it a slightly different way. I'm going to go long length and avoid so many joints, which will disappear anyway when I put the top coat on, or the finishing bits. I like plaster of Paris. My right arm has spent about 6 months during my life in plaster of Paris. Once when I fell off a vine in Kenya, and once when I crashed a racing car in England. And it's got used to it now. It's a shame they don't use it anymore. This time I'm going to get rid of some of the little holes. I'm not too worried about them. Now we'll start with the messy bit, the fluff. Get my bag of fluff. Right, well, when that's dried off a little bit, I'll come back and fill in all the little gaps and give it another spray over. When it's all done, I'll paint it brown and then get on with the grass. There we are, it's coming on. Well, time to make this brown now. And by dabbing it on rather than brush strokes, I'm able to get any loose bits of fluff stuck down at the same time. There we have it. Blue Hill has turned brown again, and these white bits down here, I shall include those when I do something with the walls of the cutting. So now I've just got to let that dry, and then I can get on with the grass and the vegetation and the bushes and all the other bits and pieces that go on the side of a hill. So yes, that will do it for this one, I think, and it might be a while now before that dries off, so that will be in the next video. So thanks for watching this one, and I hope you'll come back and see how we get on. I think over here, this area over here, I think I'm going to try and make it the fairground if there's enough room. You'll find out anyway. So for this time, bye bye.